Morning. It's Moses here. It's actually Monday morning. It's I don't know, 7-ish around, and you know, it's Monday. So, by the way, I am Moses Whittam. I live here in Northern California. I have my own business. It's called Pride AN, and what I'm here to do is basically try to help people find their road to freedom. And basically, I did my yesterday. We had a little. I had a little meeting, I guess you'd say, with one of my mentors, and it was fantastic. Morning. How you guys doing? Hey, Kenesha. Hey, Di. I'm just kind of going over what's going on today. I did my morning ritual, which was great, and then I went on and I did my walk. Did a little under 3 miles at a really good pace, which was really good for me. And basically, now I'm having my morning coffee, an iced coffee, of course, because it's a little warm out. So cheers, everybody. So I'm not in a really good attire, but I just got, like I said, I got done walking. I'm sitting in my backyard. Here's my backyard. See everybody. But it's kind of a motivational Monday, right? So of course I put on my morning tapes and plugged in and walked around the park and all this stuff, and it was fantastic. But you know how your mind just kind of goes through and you just freaking see, or think about everything, what you're gonna say, what you're gonna do. And I just kind of wanted to share. So, hey Heather, how you doing, sweetheart? Basically, I just wanted to share, and I wanted to kind of ask a question too. Who likes Monday mornings? To be honest, I mean, you always hear people, I hate my Mondays. I mean, even my wife, she has her job that she has to go to, and she's been doing it forever, and she still likes it. But when it comes to Mondays, it's a little harder for her to get up. But I think that's, and what I was listening to on the road, on the walk is, it's all a mindset. It's all what you believe in, right? And cool, Di. If you believe that's going to be a crappy day, you're going to have a crappy day. It's kind of an affirmation. And if you set your mind, if you set your mindset to have a crappy day, more than likely you're going to have a crappy day. But if you wake up and you put your feet on the floor and you say that you're going to have a good day, or today is going to be great, and I am wonderful, more than likely you're going to have a great day. And I know, crazy days. I love it. Okay. But you've got to set that, and it's like they were saying yesterday, like Greg was saying yesterday, is it's got to be a habit, right? And we're all working on that. At least I hope we are. And if you're not, please try to find something that you like. Focus on it. That's a goal, right? Not just a dream. And there's a difference between a dream and a goal. Everybody dreams about making money or having a a good life and doing all this fun stuff. But if you don't have a goal, which is basically setting a goal and looking at it every day. And how many of you actually looked at your goals today? Did you actually open them up and look at them the first thing in the morning and look at your goals, like what you're going to do today? And if you haven't yet, do it. I mean, just write down what you're going to do today and look at them, and then go out and do it. It's kind of that simple. But if you do that, you're in that class that just doesn't that 1% that actually does something. And if your goal is success or money or anything like that, I mean, look at the 1%. If you want to be at that 1%, you got to do what they do. It's really that simple. Follow your mentor. Do what they do. If they're setting goals, if they tell you to set goals, set goals. If your boss is setting goals, if he tells you to set goals and you guys just sort of hem and haw, and like I did for in my corporate years, is I would write down my goals, wasn't very excited about it, and I'd stuff it in a drawer and I never looked at them because they really weren't my goals. So again, like I said on my last video, is set your goals, make them your goals, and go after them. It's really that simple. Now, just to get a little bit of more who I am for the people that don't know me. Let me straighten this out a little bit. Hey Dallin, how you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in forever, and let's talk, okay? Because you're the man. You know, I'm 54 years old. 7 months ago, I was let go from my job, and I was an engineer, or architect and engineer firm for 30 years. Prior to that, was in the military, and prior to that, I was in construction. And you know, and then if you go way back, you know, a little vulnerability here. And yes, I'm a biker. And you know how bikers want to act tough and feel tough and be tough, and some are, some aren't. I've done some crazy things in my life, and I was a bouncer, been in a few fights, you know, so, but I'm pretty much a big teddy bear. Most people know that, and I'll give you the shirt off my back if you know, because that's who I am. And I'm gonna give you a little hint. If you're if you're seeing a biker down the road, they're usually pretty nice guys. They usually don't smile because they don't want to eat bugs. It's pretty much that simple. So we don't smile a lot because when we're riding down the road, I mean, all you do is you eat damn bugs. So, you know, we might give you a mean mug or something, but it's really, honestly, it's because, you know, we smile, we eat some more protein. So that's just a little hint there. But, you know, in my life, I've had a lot of ups and downs. When I was really young, most people don't know this, but I have cerebral palsy. I was born with that. It was due to the fact that my mom was, you know, into drugs. And, well, yeah, I think it was more prescription drugs or whatever, but, you know, she had a rough life, and it was, you know, I was in braces like, I was like Forrest Gump, running around with braces on my legs until I was like 5 or 6. And it puts a little mental stress on you when you're a kid, you know. Had to sleep in braces and do all that stuff, and you know, I didn't have the miraculous, you know, run Forrest run kind of thing, and, you know, come running off my legs, and then, you know, now I'm running marathons or anything like that. But, you know, I did pretty good for myself. I played sports. You know, I did the things I wanted to do. You know, if I wasn't the fastest runner, I would be the best goalie I could be at whatever I did, you know, as soccer or whatever. Okay. And if I can't outrun you, I can hit you. And so I did that, you know, things to that, you know, nature. So, you know, most people don't know that I had cerebral palsy, and it's hard to share, especially when, you know, when you get older. And, you know, some of my old buddies from school and who watched me play football and stuff, I mean, they looked at me, and, you know, I was probably one of the slowest guys on the field, to be honest. But I tried, and I think that's in life. That's one of the biggest things. It doesn't matter what God, you know, hands you or gives you. I think we should be thankful for what we got and do the best we can with what we've got. You know, in school, I had a great time. I mean, there's struggles. I had, you know, when I was younger, my mom was an alcoholic. My dad was a workaholic. I didn't have a lot of, you know, interaction with my family, but I had interaction with my friends, and my best friends are still around. I mean, Eric, right? You knew me in school. I was always hanging around with my buddies, you know, Neil and Danny and Pete, and you know, they were my family. And you know, and then Kirby was one of my best friends, and he passed away in high school, and it put a big toll on me, you know, in terms of what I was going to do next. I was supposed to go to college, and I wanted to go with him, and we kind of had talks about that. I know, and I think I talked to a few people about that. But you know, and I've squashed a lot of those memories, which was difficult. I remember when he passed away, and Danny had the big horseshoe scar on his head, and Steve had died. The whole school just kind of shut down, and I ran over to the hospital and saw him pass, and you know, it put a big strain on me emotionally. It put a big strain on my friends, Danny especially, because he was a, you know, survivor, and I was supposed to go and I didn't go, and so then there's remorse, regret, all that stuff that happens, and you know, I look back on it, and it gave me a lot of problems. I never finished college, and I think I never finished college. Oh, I know I never finished college. Looking back on it, is because I thought I was supposed to go with Kirby, and not. I couldn't do this myself. It wasn't. You know, I didn't deserve it, because my best friend at the time, or one of my best friends at the time, you know, died, and we were supposed to do this together. Well, it didn't happen. So, you know, that being said, I went on, and instead of finishing college, I stopped my college. I went into the military, did my military time, hated that, you know, and then I moved on and did what I did for 30 years. I was working in the engineering and architectural field, worked in construction, did all that stuff, worked hard. Unfortunately, at the end of that time, you know, I think my whole attitude kind of over time, my attitude kind of dropped, and you know, I didn't care about my boss, didn't care about, you know, the company. It was when they had times of trouble, or they had money issues or whatever, even though I was a good employee, even though I, you know, did good work, I was expendable, because my attitude wasn't right. I was more like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna come in with a beard and long hair, and I don't care what you guys think. I wasn't following their agenda, which was, you know, the suit, the tie, you know, look sharp, you know, go out and hustle business, you know, and which is great. And if that's what you want to do, fantastic. I'm not that kind of person, and I ended up not doing that. So I found another alternative, and this is what I'm doing now. And people might don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And if you are interested, or if you want to know more, I can call you and we can talk, because it's hard to say what the hell I do over the phone, because I do so many different things. But basically, I leverage the online business I leverage the internet for businesses, and it's been a fantastic ride. I've made a few dollars on this thing, and you know, and I'm looking to make more, of course. But now I wasn't supposed to go into all this whole spiel, and I just did, I guess. But hey, Julie, how you doing? How's Rex? I wasn't supposed to go into this spiel. This is supposed to be Motivational Monday. And I'm kind of getting on the downer end of this thing because of what I just told you, because I don't usually give out this kind of information. It's kind of I'm going through some issues with my mom. My mom, I had a hard time with my mom and in my life, and now I feel a little regret because of it. And what I'm trying to say is, you've got to be positive. You got to kind of, even though you might be having a bad day, or you might be, slap that shit out of you, get that stuff out of you, and go do something good. Do something good for yourself. Set a goal. Work on it, and then, once you do something that you like or is positive, then go out and do it. Good, Julia. I'm glad. But don't settle. Whatever you do, don't settle for just living, and being unhappy or stressing or being negative, all that stuff. What you need to do is plug in, be positive, do something that you really want to do. And if you don't know what that is, hell, we all, life changes. First I wanted to be a football player, then I wanted to be an architect, then I wanted to be an artist, then I wanted to be, so it all changes. But find out what you love and go do it. And as long as you're on that path of doing that, and you get up and you have a goal and that you set to go accomplish, your life is so much more enjoyable. And if you sit and you just dwell on the negative or dwell on what's going on, well, see, great. If you love animals, you can be a vet tech, or you can do something for them to help them out. You can have a walk. Everybody needs to do a walk. You can do you can walk dogs or whatever. There's a lot of things you can do, right? But whatever you do, there's a way to leverage the internet, and that's what we're trying to help, right? So just find out what you want to do, and let's just say, show me some, go for it, try and jump in the pool. Jump in the pool. Wait a minute, see, I got my, well, I'm gonna put down my pool, I'll go jump in the pool, right? Okay, here we go. See, if I jump in the pool, let's see, how can I do this here? Let's see if I can leverage this so that you guys can see it. Is that gonna stay? Hey, it's gonna stay. You ready? Okay, here we go. There it is. Just jump in the pool. Just do whatever the hell you need to do. Now I gotta go get my glasses. I think they're in the bottom of the pool. Woo! Guys, have a good day. I'm going to. Okay? You do the same. It's really that simple. Make it your choice. See you guys. Love you, man. Bye.